What's up, you beauties? Welcome to another HW Hockey Injury Update episode. I'm Jim Icavone, and before we get going here, make sure you're subscribed to the fastest growing Flyers YouTube channel in Philadelphia, at least over the last week or so. And remember to like this video. After we're finished up here, check out hwhockey.net for all of our latest episodes and articles all in one place, and all of our merch over at bonfire.com. Search HW Hockey. Okay, so quick video here. Flyers beat writer for NHL.com yesterday, Adam Kimmelman, spoke to Daniel Briere while in Buffalo for the NHL Draft Combine. And the Flyers general manager touched on a number of topics, including the health of Flyers defenseman Jamie Drysdale. And so some of it, I don't know if it came as a surprise to a lot of people, but Jamie Drysdale did have surgery in April. It was confirmed, and it was to repair a significant injury. But he's expected to be ready when the Philadelphia Flyers training camp starts up in September, according to Danny Briere. During the quick interview, Briere would not specify what Drysdale's surgery was on, but he did say that it was on April 18th and that the defenseman could need a procedure in his lower body or core muscle area. I'm sorry. So he said that back on April 18th. So what is that? That's going back 2 months ago now. So I assume between now and that date, Drysdale had the procedure done. He got checked after the season, and they found a significant injury that he needed surgery on. Briere said Thursday at the Combine. So obviously Drysdale, he looked right the first, I would say, few weeks after the Flyers acquired him. And then you could see that he wasn't moving around the same. I mean, right after the Flyers traded for him, what I went back and did was I watched a lot of his games with the Anaheim Ducks. And the Flyers they traded for a spectacular player. Obviously, I mean, the first thing that stands out is his skating ability. The Flyers don't have a player on the team that can skate like Jamie Drysdale when he's healthy. And as I think as his tenure with the Flyers last year played out a little bit more, he didn't so much look like himself. He kind of blended in a little bit, when that's not typical for Drysdale. He stands out whenever he's on the ice. His skating ability sets him apart. You know where he is instantly because there's no one else on the ice that moves like him. And I'm not over-exaggerating that either. This kid can skate. So it didn't look right for a lot of the time with the Flyers. Obviously, the big hit from the Penguins forward in the game against the Penguins messed him up a little bit. So it didn't specify if the injury was to the shoulder or not. I think it was maybe they ended up saying it was around the core area, somewhere in his core, maybe groinish area. So I think Flyers fans, we have PTSD. Thinking back to guys like Kevin Hayes, Claude Giroux, like things like that. And so we'll see. Maybe Drysdale starts the season off a little slower, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him progress and get healthier as the season goes on. In the article, Briere actually says the surgery is not related to the previous shoulder injury, and that the procedure would allow the defenseman to better showcase his skill set. So a couple things there. So for me, I'm excited when I hear that because I love this player. This is a dynamic hockey player in Jamie Drysdale. When he's healthy, he's gonna wow you. Like, the Flyers don't have a lot of players that will wow you, right? Like, with their skill. I guess the other side of that is, and the pessimistic side of maybe Flyers fans, and I guess rightfully so because of what we've gone through the last however many years, is this guy's always injured, right? And he's injury prone this, injury prone that. And hey, he had a shoulder surgery. He had a shoulder injury back, I think it was November of 2022. And Morgan Frost had a similar injury where he missed the entire season. Are we calling Morgan Frost injury prone, right? If Morgan Frost separates his shoulder and misses an entire year, and then a year or two later, pulls a groin or pulls a groin muscle, are we calling him injury prone? Or are we saying, he got checked, a freak check, his shoulder popped out, missed the season, next year pulled a muscle? right? Now, if a guy's going through constant soft tissue injuries, to me, that's injury prone. Because if you know if you're constantly going through soft tissue injuries, you're not doing something right. You know, whether it's nutrition, taking care of your body a certain way, staying hot, like there's something there that you're not doing, and you're injury prone. Whereas if a guy separates his shoulder because he takes a check, to me that's not injury prone. But I digress. I digress. So Jamie Drysdale suffered a significant injury. Long story short, had surgery on it in April. I think it was asked why Drysdale didn't get the surgery sooner, and I guess it was because he could play through it. Briere was quoted as saying he wanted to play in games. He had a lot of injuries to deal with the last few years, so he wanted to play. I give him a lot of credit. Showed a lot of character and leadership in the way he handled it. He should be in a much better position next season. Should be a lot freer to play. And like I said, that gets me excited. The way this kid moves, I mean, the Flyers traded for him, so they liked something there. And I don't think they're worried about the injury stuff. The Flyers are in a position where they can say, hey, get this surgery, get better, because they're not winning a Stanley Cup next year. No, even though they played well last year and the expectations are higher, I don't think that they're not sitting here saying we're going for the cup next year. Give Drysdale's time to recuperate. They said he's going to be back for camp, and let him get right throughout the season. So I see some guys watching here. If you have any comments on Jamie Drysdale, now's your chance. We're going to keep this video to under 10 minutes. As you guys can see there, make sure you head over to hwhockey.net for all of our latest articles and videos. Going to make this a quick one. So that's it. Thank you to Adam Kimmelman for the beat writing and the information for the episode. We'll be back in a little bit with an update on Cam Atkinson. Thanks, guys.